Hey everyone, just before we get started, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Scoot Gorlin for correcting me on this tutorial. This video is actually a re-release. So it turns out during the Poison Mist phase of this boss fight, you can just stand right next to the stalagmite and you will be unaffected by the Poison Mist. The rest of the information in this tutorial is perfectly good. And instead of re-releasing the whole video, I thought I would just put this disclaimer in the beginning of the video, just in case the developers decide to take this safety zone away, at least in pro mode or something, and you will know how to survive the Poison Mist phase without this safety area. Thank you for your patience. Let's go. Hey everyone, it's Havoc, and we're here to kill Araxium on pro mode. There are a couple things I highly recommend you bring into this fight. One of them is long-acting activators. You essentially won't survive the Poison Mist phase of this fight unless you have long-acting activators with you. So I definitely recommend having both the long-acting activators and normal activators in your tool belt. I also recommend the Festering Gel Deviant, which will also give you some extra health during the Poison Mist phase if you need it. The Weaver for controlling the mobs. Instead of killing the mobs, whenever they get close, you can just kind of roll away from them, and it will ensnare them for like 10 seconds. It's actually really awesome, and one web can ensnare multiple enemies. And then of course Living Armor, and optionally Stardust Ratatouille. Stardust Ratatouille gives you 20% more movement speed, so you can run 20% faster, and it decreases your stamina when sprinting by 50%. So the Stardust Ratatouille is really nice as well. Now, I don't want to bog this video down with going over every piece of gear that I have, so if you're interested in what kind of weapons I'm using, how many calibrations they have, what kind of armor I'm using, all that kind of stuff, you can check out this article that I made on my website. I'll put the URL in the description of this video. As soon as you enter the arena, start unloading into Araxium with the highest DPS mid-range weapon that you got. First move it's going to do is a mist move where it's going to drop an egg and it's going to spawn up a bunch of ghouls. You're going to want to destroy that egg as soon as possible before it starts emitting mini spiders. And as far as the ghouls go, I wouldn't waste time shooting them or messing with them. Whenever they get close, just roll away and you'll ensnare them in a web for 10 seconds or however long it is. Okay, so I got too far away from Araxium, and this is what happens. This is what you brought the normal activators for. You'll have time after it hits you to heal up and run away from it and get some distance. So the perfect distance, I think, for attacking Araxium is mid-range, like SMG range. But also assault rifles, LMGs, and certain shotgun builds are perfect for this boss. You get too far away, it's going to do that web move. When you're close, the only move you really got to worry about is its charge move, which is really easy to identify because it lifts its front leg into the air right before it attacks. Alright, so now that it's immune to our attacks, it's going to make its way up the stalagmite, but it might attack you a couple more times before it does that, so be careful. But it's going to go up the stalagmite. The ghouls are going to disappear, but the spiderlings are going to stay. So that's why it's good to destroy those eggs, to keep the spiderlings down. You're going to essentially want to use the long-acting activator right away, and you're going to want to keep spamming it. So as soon as the cooldown is over, use another one. And if for some reason this is taking you too long, you can drop down the Festering Gel, and that will heal you up a bit and buy you some time. You've got 6 eggs to destroy on the very outermost perimeter of the arena, and once you do that, you can attack Araxium, knock him off the stalagmite, and dump a couple mags into its abdomen before it gets up. And once it gets up, you begin that battle loop again. So everything we just did, you gotta do it one more time. Okay, and that's that. We just gotta kill the spiderlings, pick up all the loot. We'll go see what we got for the Deviant. Oh, that's a lot better than what I had. Alright, let's go take a look at the drops. Underwhelming as usual. Alright, well, anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative and or entertaining. Thank you so much for watching, and Godspeed.